Wonderful. Okay, I'm live. Good to be back. I was inspired today to do this topic. So, you know, we'll see where the conversation goes. It should be a, open-ended, fun conversation with lively chat banter if, enough people come on. So, we'll give the chat a few minutes to get started. And then we'll dive into this fascinating topic. And it is a fascinating topic. So you might say it's a juicy topic. So, yeah, come in, have a seat, click the like button, leave a comment, let me know who's here. We'll do a little roll call. Hey, Seth. Seth is first and enjoyed my juicy comment. Lord Bibby's here. Welcome to the chat. Hope all is well with you, my dear. We're going to get into it. This is a lively topic, What do you all think? How does the title hit you? Is it good? Is it hitting you right in your feels? I cannot believe. I don't know. I was inspired. It was divinely inspired, you might say, or maybe not divinely, maybe demonically inspired. But I have been dealing with it lately, and it's fascinating because it's been a while since I've actually encountered it from men, and encountering it has been enlightening. Is it Spanish? Cecil might be able to translate it for you. It was fun typing out. I was like, ooh, I could put a 1 for the I, and I can do the little at symbols for the A's. Well, anyway, let's get started. We've got some viewers. We've got 5 viewers. I think that is a good number to start at. So, for some reason, I don't quite understand. I mean, I understand it to a degree, but I don't fully understand it because obviously it's something that I'm experiencing from the outside. That's kind of and envy is one of those weird things that you can recognize, but people are in such denial about that they rarely will ever admit to themselves that they have envy in this fashion, especially men. Men are not, even if it's so true that they're envious of women, they will not admit it. Because to do so would be to admit their own patheticness, their own pitifulness. But it is an issue. It is an issue. And I have noticed it over the years. And it's not just an issue, it's not just a one-sided issue. It doesn't just come out in one regard. It can come out in interpersonal relationships with men. So if you're dating men or married to a man, this can come up where they have this kind of resentment and envy toward you because of their perceived notion of what life is like for you as a woman. And I think a lot of men do envy the feminine role because they view it as being, I don't know, just nicer and easier, as if it doesn't have its own challenges and frustrations. And then there's also just the envy that men have of the ease in which women seem to get attention, or, when women, I don't know, are more interesting or intelligent or funny than them, they can build up a lot of envy and resentment because for some reason in them, they feel for whatever reason that this is an unfair advantage, and that usually it comes down to they think it's only happening because we're women and not because of how awesome we are. And then it also gets into the like mentality and attitudes that some people, specifically men, have about women generally, which are, just they don't like us for whatever reason. Now, obviously, not all men, hashtag not all men, not all, but many don't like women. And when they have to confront the fact that women have personalities and are likable and are interesting and are deeper than the kind of surface level projection that they hold of women, that really is frustrating for them, and it inspires this kind of anger and envy that is malicious and vicious. And so in these circumstances, they'll seek to like just denigrate or diminish or put a woman in her place or that kind of thing. It's so backward, because they don't have any business doing that. But I've been dealing with it. And even though I know it's pathetic, and even though it's like on some level I want to have sympathy, it's like you can't, because it's destructive. And envy is such a destructive thing, because envious people, they don't want you to have what you have. They want what you have and they don't want you to have it. And because of that, they will do anything they can to try and take it away from you in whatever way they can. And sometimes it's just by being mean, and other times it's by these very covert levels of sabotage and gaslighting and getting close to one. And this happens, I think, when we talk about this in terms of like relationships where it comes up, there are a lot of men who will get with women that are out of their league and ruin their lives. And you all know that this is true. We've all seen it happen. We've all seen a woman who gets with a man who is well beneath her status, value. She'll get with him, and then her life ends up getting ruined. Like everything in her life is destroyed. Her career, her home, her body, her finances. Like this man will just drag her through the ringer, and if he can get her pregnant and make, double points if he can make her a baby mama. Like we've seen it. We've all seen it where this comes up. And it's kind of why women need to be mindful and careful about the men they get involved with. And also, like take sex off the table. Stop making it so easy for them to have it, because if a guy, men don't have this kind of problem that women have. Men have no problem sleeping with and getting into a relationship with a woman that they don't like. It's weird, but it's true. Okay? It's weird, but it's true. And if you have something he wants and he resents how, it's just amazing to me because men with this kind of vaginal envy, they think it's so easy for women. They don't look at a woman and see all of the work she had to do to get where she is. They think that life is just handed to women because we're pretty and we have the genitalia we have. And this is also in part due to their mindset as well, because they think, I think what I've noticed anyway is a lot of them, and we'll get to this comment from Seth because this is a mindset I've seen in like heterosexual and gay men, but like, if they were women, they would be acting very different than we do. That they would be, they would not be behaving with what they have the way that we behave, with what we have. They would know the value of it. A lot of them would be like way worse than women are in terms of like, gold digging and chasing that, paper and, let's just be clear here. A lot of men would know the value of it and they would act accordingly. Although this is kind of weird here because this guy is saying he would give it out to anyone. It's like, it's just so funny because it's like that masculine projection of, how a woman feels. Women don't feel that way about themselves generally unless they're like extremely traumatized, and that's a whole other issue, So some women do become like hypersexual because of, trauma or abuse or that kind of thing in their life. They respond and react to that by, just becoming hoes. So it sounds like this guy might be dealing with some of that. But the average woman is not inclined that way. You know what I mean? Not inclined that way. Hi, Nicholas. Good to see you here. Nice to see your cat. Women's career should be in the kitchen. If we're only in the kitchen, who's going to be in the laundry? That a house has like more rooms in it with more things that need to get done than just cooking. I mean, and if you're like, raising kids, like the kitchen isn't going to be the whole of it either. I don't know. I wonder, what do you mean? Do you mean women should be cooks and chefs? Do you mean they should, work as waitresses? Oh, Bibby is hungry. Okay. Well, dang, go get you some food, honey. Although it's late at night, you probably shouldn't be eating this late. Hello, Tomas. What is that mark on my cheek? It's a little flower. Do you see it? Little flower stamp. I did some dramatic makeup today. See my eyeliner? The higher the eyeliner, the closer to God. It's true. So yeah, I did my dramatic eyeliner and my little flower stamp. I can't. I'm fasting the demons out. Yeah, well, good for you. Fasting is very good for you. Don't listen to the haters that are trying to, denigrate fasting. I've talked about it previously, but just an aside, there are people out here now trying to get folks off of the intermittent fasting. Don't do it. Stay with it. All right. Don't listen. Fasting is an incredible practice that will give you so much more power back over your eating habits and your body and your life. So stay with it. And anyway, yeah, I've been dealing with it. I've been dealing with some envious men. I don't know what it is. And it always comes up in Hake's chat. Okay. So I have my little fun that I have when I'm watching the Hake report, and that's my favorite one. That's my favorite one of the Bond JLP network shows. But there are some men in that chat that have been really horrible towards me and very like envious. And it's kind of strange. Like, I don't know why they're acting this way. And it's like, I don't know if they're resentful because they wanted more of a masculine space and they don't like the space I'm taking up in it. They think maybe, I don't know if they think I'm too fun, I don't know what it is. I really don't know. But what I'm seeing is some serious like envy. And I'm like, I mean, I understand if you are envious of me, I'm pretty awesome. But like, why are you envious of a woman? You're a grown man. Like, and why are you also picking on a woman when you're a grown man? Like, thank you for this. We got a super chat. Hey, S.A. Brady, you gave me a super chat yesterday and today. You're wonderful. Tomas no doxing, and he's not the only one. He has been one of the meaner ones, I have to say. He keeps making fun of my laugh, which nobody else has a problem with. Everybody else is like, wow, I love her laugh. But he's like, he was comparing me to a hyena today, which is interesting because hyena females are like very sexually aggressive. So I'm wondering, like, was that purposeful? Is he trying to like make some sort of comment there? But then I'm like, is he that intelligent about hyenas? Like, does he know that much about them? It wasn't just a hyena. He also said horse. But horses don't laugh. That's interesting. That's interesting that you say that. I think that is true. But that's unfortunate because there's a serious message there. There's a very serious message there. And it's like, is it that, I mean, yeah, they're entertaining, I suppose, but I don't know. I don't think the entertainment factor is enough to, I don't think the entertainment factor, like, is greater than like the message of what they're doing and what they're trying to communicate. Like, it seems to come across multiple times. I mean, and it's fine. It's it's the internet. It's a snake pit too, and I'll be okay. Yeah, I'm considering blocking that guy though, because he was just like Nugget Man. I think we're okay. Like, he's another one, that's kind of come at me multiple times in an aggressive way like that. And I was like, why are you? And it's interesting to me because they're both men who talk about having like wives and children. And I'm like, does your wife know that you like, are interacting with a woman this way online? And I have to think, like, if I had a husband, how would I feel about that? Like, like, I have to wonder, like, how would I feel about that? I think I would be really disturbed, honestly. Like, I don't know. I mean, I do know I would be disturbed. I know for a fact I would be disturbed. I'd be looking at him like, oh, you're kind of a bitch. You're kind of womanly. You're kind of feminine. You're envying a woman. You're getting into strife with a woman. It's strange. Hmm. Hmm. Most just linger and see what kind of damage they can create. Interesting. Why create damage? We're supposed to be rebuilding. We're supposed to be overcoming. But I don't know. I mean, there's some people that are just trolls, and that's fine. But I don't know. Some of them are not. I do have to think. I do have to think about it. I do have to think about it. It's like, But it is strange to me. It's like, why is it like this consistent thing that like someone is trying to make me feel like I don't know, it's interesting. And this is the other thing that men do too. Like, and I saw something about it today as well that I've noticed that's kind of like another envy thing. It's they'll want to humble a woman. You know what I mean? Like I've had men do that. Like I was talking to a guy months ago and he, we've been talking a while and he told me like, I want to humble you. And I was like, immediately like, that's not good. Like, because for one, if you want to humble me, like, how pathetic is that for one? Like, it's kind of like, do you even see me as a person? Do you not even see like where I'm at? Like, why have you put me on this pedestal? And I've had that issue actually throughout my life where people will put me on a pedestal and then like, delight in knocking me off. It's very interesting. And I think that's another aspect of envy. Like people will unconsciously build you up just to tear you down. What are you crying about, baby? What you talking about? What are you saying? You can't go outside. What are you talking about? So yeah, I was intrigued by that. I was like, this guy just told me he wants to humble me. I'm like, well, he's not going to be. He's not the one for obvious reasons. Like, because I mean, it's so womanly. It's so womanly. Again, these behaviors are so like feminine. They really are. They're like that mama spirit that we talk about. That's one way of putting it, but it's feminine. It's like a feminine way of going about things. Like, but a lot of men don't realize that they're operating from a feminine space, and so like, I think they envy how naturally women, are feminine, and I think they kind of also know intuitively that it's wrong for them to behave like women. So weird. Oh yeah, like the people who call everything beta, or they get a thrill out of that. I remember, yeah, when I first called Joel, he asked me if I thought like if a woman should, obey her husband even if he's a beta, and I was like, well, yeah. I mean, obviously, I don't. Why wouldn't a woman obey her husband? Like, and even I mean, every human being has weakness. You know what I'm saying? Like every man is going to have times when he's like, not, maybe not this perfect projection of masculinity that I think a lot of women expect as well. So I've been thinking about that question kind of a lot recently too, because I mean, how can a man lead if he isn't allowed to? For one, how can a man lead if he's not given the ability to? If someone is standing in his way or arguing with him, that kind of thing, or like thinking that, I think there's like a level of like sabotage maybe that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? So the more I think about that, the more I think that's right. Like even if your husband is a bit beta, like how is he ever supposed to overcome that if you don't let him lead? How's he ever going to learn how to lead if he isn't given the opportunity? Just an aside, I wanted to get on that. Was somebody bragging about their lake house? Good point. Get biggest critic is incels. What? Are you saying my biggest critic is incels? Is this a typo? That's true. That is true. But I mean, leadership is, a big part of leadership is just being an example. You lead yourself first, discipline of the self, control of the self, knowing the direction you're supposed to be going in. And, if you have that right in time, others will kind of, I think, naturally flock to your leadership. I know. What a blessing. What a blessing. Tomas is Luca confirmed. Oh my. Now, I don't know why. I know that there are people here, but it keeps telling me I have no viewers. So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if my title is too salacious. I thought I would trick them, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I need to put like an asterisk in it. I don't know. Like, I hope it doesn't get taken down. Like, the censorship is unreal out here, and I'm just trying to like do my best to be this free floating spirit, that's doing what she can to, challenge that, to challenge the landscape, to go against the harsh censorship, and in some way exercise my freedom of speech. Are you the oldest? Oh my. No, I guess we can't flaunt it. But if you got it, you're supposed to flaunt it. Isn't that right? I don't know. But yeah, I had the man. I like to wear makeup. Now you all know this. You've seen me. I'm here live. I'm wearing it right now. So, a lot of the I think a lot of men have a negative attitude about that, even if they like the way makeup looks, because they do. But they don't like the fact that it's a way that I think women kind of can get attention for themselves very easily. And I think, it's also just this very girly, feminine thing that I do. For me, it's just, especially when you work full time as a woman, like I need my feminine rituals. I really need those times and spaces where I'm just being feminine and girly. Like if I don't have my girliness, I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to be like really unhinged. I need that time of, self investment and play and, fun. And that to me is what it is. So makeup is done for me. Period. I think a lot of people have really strange attitudes about makeup. Like today, what I encountered, that man who I've noticed is envious of me had stated that I only wear makeup. This is his projection. I only wear makeup because I don't like what I look like, and that is not true. I went years without wearing makeup as well, just as a political statement. To me, it was like makeup was part of the patriarchy, and I wasn't gonna, you know, be that kind of sellout and like make myself up just to be pleasing to men. And what I've found is like, it has nothing to do with pleasing men. It has something to do with me. It's about me and my kind of enjoyment of myself as a woman, which is not something that I expect men to understand exactly. But, it doesn't mean I don't like what I look like. And I don't even wear like a lot of makeup compared to what the standard is now. Like well, I don't know if it's standard, but from what I see from like beauty influencers and like makeup artists, they're wearing way more makeup than I wear, layers and layers of it. And I don't wear that much. So there's that. But also like, there's the theatricalness of it and there's also just the play of it. And I don't know. Like every day I get to do something a little bit different. I get to take what I've been given and enhance it in some way. And it has nothing to do, again, with not liking what I look like. I like what I look like, and I look good without makeup. So I don't know why. I don't know why, like, that's an assumption that women don't like what they look like or that we only wear it because we're ugly. Again, it's a projection and it's an envious projection. And it's, again, coming from a place of, I think, envying and hating women, honestly, because women are so frivolous and, they don't understand femininity in any regard. Like the fact that femininity is this kind of superfluous thing that women do. I don't know. I'm not like even wanting to like get on here and talk about why or the motivations for what I'm doing, but I think like in some ways I do want it cleared up. Like, and for me, it would be a real problem for me if I was like seeing a man and he didn't want me wearing makeup. Because again, I don't do it for him. I know. Oh God, Missy Mod, isn't it so? It's so lame. Like, it's pathetic. It's like the most pathetic thing. I'm like, you're literally a grown man, and you have this level of envy, hate, and jealousy towards women. Like, get a life, get help, look, examine yourself. Like, what the heck? Y'all been going off. Hold up, let me catch up. Hi, Missy Mod too. You're trying to heal a broken heart, honey. That sucks. I'm sorry. Is it your mark? Matthew's got questions. Yeah, sorry, I saw this question. If there was a huge World War III event in the future, would feminism disappear and would women flock to being at home? I have no idea. Because let me tell you, a lot of feminists support women being drafted. When I was a feminist activist, like my early feminist activism years of like being in the group Radical Women. Radical Women is a group that was founded in the 60s. You can look them up. Founded by Clara Fraser and what's her name? Gloria. Oh, heck. Gloria Martin in Seattle at the Seattle Free School. And it was a socialist feminist organization. And one of their positions, one of their very controversial positions, was that they opposed the draft. But if the draft is to be implemented, that women should be drafted alongside men. And that was an interesting ideological conversation because they were arguing that the only reason women were not drafted was because of sexism. And honestly, to my mind now, it's totally stupid. Like, and I didn't hold that, but like that was a position where I was kind of like at the time, like I got it. I got where they were coming from, but like as I've just kind of grown and matured, it's like, why on earth? I don't think it makes sense to draft women. I mean, if you have to repopulate a nation, you need women. Period. Like, you can repopulate with less men, but you need women. So like, why would you just be sacrificing all of these women? Like, it doesn't make sense. So I don't know. I would they flock to being at home? I don't know. And then you have to take into account women are still, even during wartime, women are doing war work. So they may not be in the trenches, but women are going to be working and taking those manufacturing jobs that men traditionally do, which is what happened during like all the big wars events. So like, and a lot of women, especially like during the let's see, First World War and Second World War, they were working in multiple capacities on the home front, so women working as farmers, women working in manufacturing, like making munitions, women working like driving buses and like all the things, like keeping the front, home front going. So I don't know. I think like, I mean, that's part of like, nobody kind of escapes from being involved in the effort for war when a nation is at war. Like, it's all hands on deck and everyone kind of takes on different positions. Like, the men are on the front fighting, but women are also like doing their part working, So I don't know. I don't think I would envision something like that happening again, where women kind of get pushed into like those more masculine positions and jobs. Where, in peacetime, where they would be more commonly done by men. I think that's what would happen. You'd see a lot more women getting involved in that kind of thing. Just, out of necessity. And it is what makes the most sense, I think, just like in terms of a nation's survival and also just in terms of how you handle a massive war event like that. Good question. Keep them coming. Tomas says makeup is fine, but not too much. Well, how much is too much? Like, what do you mean by too much? Where does that end? Like, what does it mean too much? Like, or is it just like the color or how it's done? Like, what do we mean when we say too much? Because like a woman could be wearing natural makeup and look like she's wearing less makeup than if she had just done a little bit more dramatic coloring or design. So, you know, it's kind of like to me it's kind of a weird question, you know, like, well, how much is too much and what. Y'all so obsessed with obedience. Obedience. I think I answered that question enough. Yeah, it's true. I think I need to just block this one guy who's been kind of coming at me because it's not productive. And like, I think there was another guy I was dealing with it with, and he's kind of like relented, you know, after I confronted him, maybe because he is working on himself, but I don't think this guy is. I think he's just a scumbag. I'm sorry. That is difficult. It is difficult. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're dealing with that. I hope I hope the pain lessens, you know, and I hope clarity comes for you. Hmm. I don't think women need to be so hard headed and just be happy being delicate flowers. What do you mean? What are you responding to that's hard headed? I'm confused. Like, what is the hard headedness? I mean, I'm a delicate little flower. Don't get me wrong. I'm very delicate little flower, but I do have my ways where I'm like, you know, this is this, and you know, I know what's right a lot of the time, you know. So I wonder what's the balance. Hey Vasco Vasconomi. I don't know. I don't like the idea of feminism. I don't like any isms. You know, that was kind of where I got kind of when I come out of it. I was like, I don't want to. I don't want to have an ism. I don't want to be stuck on any isms ever again. Like, because I just saw like the way it had taken over me. Is like I don't even like call it like. Why do I have to call it feminism? You know, or anything I'm doing. Like I'm pro women, obviously, but being pro women doesn't mean being anti man or, you know, I just think, you know, what makes sense, you know. So to me it's about what makes sense, what do most women want, what do most men want ultimately, and like, you know, how are we kind of manipulated in this world and culture to pursue things that are worldly and not, you know, ultimately gratifying to our spirits. Right on, girl. Oh yeah, I've heard of Witch. Women's International Terrorist something. Oh heck. What was it? They did some interesting things. Like I love that kind of like theatrical thing about the new left. There were a lot of these interesting groups that popped up and did cute forms of activism like that. Oh, God, I'm trying to remember what they did specifically. I can't remember. They had this one. I think they were the ones that like took over Good Housekeeping magazine and forced it to be like written by women for a month or two. Because before that, it was always written by men. No, dear, I don't. Come on. Why is everyone clamoring for war? Stop. Like, I keep hearing people say it. No, we are not heading towards that. No. Stop speaking it into existence. Like, I have no doubt, because war is a great money maker. It'll stimulate the economy. They get to destroy countries and then rebuild them. But I don't want it. Yeah, yeah, I concur. That's right. It's up to me. If it is to be, it is up to me. If you don't look like the woman I married, that's too much. Well, what if the woman you married is like into makeup? What are you talking about? Hey, good night, Lord Bibby. Have a good night. Take care of yourself. Good luck with the fasting. That's so true. Women are stubborn and pretend to want power when we all know they just want attention. Huh. I don't know. I don't think we can say that for all women. Like, I don't think, this is the thing. Every woman is an individual. Now, I love attention. Don't get me wrong. I love me some attention. But, like, and again, yeah, there's the power I want is simple. Who is this Mark? I don't know. Oh my goodness. Activism. I knew I could find an ism you worship. I do not worship activism. I find most activism to be completely stupid. Sometimes if it can be creative and kind of like interesting, but I do not. I don't enjoy it. I'm very much exhausted by it. You know what I mean? Like I've seen enough. I've heard enough. It's the same thing it's always been. It's the same issues they always have been. There's no creativity or like interest. A lot of it is just destructive and stupid. Um, yeah. I mean, y'all have no business telling Kate what she wants or how she's going to do her thing. Okay, you have your opinions. She has hers. If she want to be a feminist, let her be a feminist. You're going to convince her otherwise by being just saying like, in marriage you submit to your husband and your husband submits to Christ. That's an ideal, but like, how many marriages do you know that are that way? Like, I'm just being real. Like, most of the married people I know are not living that way. They're still married. Now, if that's, we can have a discussion about whether that's the right way to do things. But the fact and reality is, like, their marriages are still going. Goodness. What am I going to do with you, Tar Baby? You want it all? Alrighty then. You got me. You really got me. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Who's simping? Shout out to the simps. If we love anyone, we love the simps. If it weren't for simps, where would I be? Hold up. You like my earrings? Thank you, Lady Amalthea. Yeah, I love these earrings. They're made of wood. They're very lightweight and cute. They're fun, they're playful, they're girly. They're the kind of thing that men who hate women see and they just like, ugh, frivolous femininity. Oh man. Okay, hold up. I need a sip. How am I gonna catch up with y'all? Y'all been going. The Bible. Are you saying Bible? Bible? I don't know who this is. Nara Aziza Pellman Smith. Who is that? Why does she have so many names? Nara Aziza Pellman Smith. Like, how many races is she? What's going on there with that name? Is she from like a, you know how like ruling class families will join their names together? Is that what's going on there? So true. No more Marks. Oh, that Mark. I was thinking about Mark. We haven't heard from Mark in a while. He offends me. I don't know. He gives me a bad feeling when he calls. I'm just like, oh, I don't know. It does something about it ain't right. It's just, he's hateful. I don't know what else to say. He's got hate and it's uncomfortable. And it's like, it's like this, some people just have the same conversation over and over. Like him, Joe, sometimes Fred. Oh God, that's so common, isn't it? Yeah, you do have to kind of guard yourself. I've realized. I didn't realize it so much, but now I'm like really extra cautious because I really don't. Um, I don't want to be dealing with that, and it's so fascinating. And then I've also had guys too with me, like in the church. They'll like I don't know, the evangelism thing that we've been working on. We've had multiple evangelism events because that's the church is kind of pushing that this year, and I'm definitely learning a lot from it. But we're learning about the importance of our personal testimonies and like how to craft them and talk about them. And so like I had one of these guys in church who's kind of into me. I don't know. I didn't realize he was flirting with me. I just thought he was talking to me. But after he like this was another time. But he like he had gotten and we have lunches there periodically. So we were having a lunch and he came and sat and talked with me for a little bit. You know, we were just talking. He's like, "Oh, what are you doing this afternoon?" And I was like, "Well, I had my book club and then I had to work on my continuing education for my job, because I have continuing education requirements to keep my license." So, I just said that to him and he was kind of like, "Oh, okay." I didn't think anything of it. But after he got up and left, there were two other people sitting at our table and they were like, "He was flirting with you." And I was like, "Was he?" And she's like, "Yeah." He wanted to know what, like, he wanted to, like, know what you were doing. And I was like, "Oh, okay." Like, which is also rude. Like, don't ever think that you can get a woman last minute, for one. But, like, I was kind of like, "Oh, okay." But then, like, then we had this evangelism event and we had learned about our personal testimony, and he came over and was talking to me about his personal testimony because we had time, like, go up and share your personal testimony with someone. And he was like basically telling me he used to be like a cokehead and this, that, and the third, that kind of story. And I was like, okay. He's like, when were you saved? Like, so I was like, "Oh, I was 8." I was a kid. And then he got like all like, like, I don't know, uncomfortable. And he's like, "Oh, okay." And then he like just kind of left. Like he got up and left after that, like left the church, even though we had like more of the event to happen. And I was like, that was weird. And then there was the other guy I was seeing who also had that kind of response, where like he was all like excited to tell other people my testimony, which, like, the fact that I was saved at 8 does not mean that I've lived like a pure Christian life. I did fall into the occult and into feminism and lesbianism. And we didn't even have any of that conversation yet. We were just talking about when I was saved. I was a child when I was saved. So we want to talk about the trajectory of my Christian life and my whole testimony. Well, that's a big story. But I was noticing, when he was like telling people, like he was like really excited about it. Like he had this kind of mentality that because, he's like, "Wow, my life would have been so different if I'd been saved as a kid." And I was like, "You don't know that, because I was saved as a kid, but I still fell into worldliness and sin. I didn't have a Christian family that I was growing up in. I just had my faith. And, there were a lot of things that happened that really tested my faith, and I got pulled into the world, until I kind of like woke up and God rescued me. Like, that's just how I see it. God was like, "Enough, I need you," and pulled me back. So I just, I have this kind of like, I have noticed that. And I also have like noticed, other like men I know, like male friends, will say that they want to go to church and like start dating a church girl. And I'm like, people in churches are no different than people anywhere else. Like, what makes you think that because a woman's in a church that she's going to be any different than a woman anywhere else? Christianity is a lot of people. A lot of people come from Christianity or come into Christianity like they weren't necessarily raised that way, and the ones that were raised that way aren't necessarily better people either. They aren't necessarily pure of heart. So there's just like there's so much to unpack with all of that. Anyways, maybe I'll do that sometime. You're right, Elvira. What's your job as men? I'm sorry. I'm like way behind. Rage baiter. Female simp. It can be. Don't simp for these men. A female simp is a groupie. You know what? That's not a bad insight, because I've known some groupies over the years, and yeah, they simp hard for these men, and it's just like, and then you got to be like, honey, he's just a bassist. That's called a pick me. Yeah, a pick me would be a female simp. Well, probably Tomas, because he's European, so he, probably could get me around Paris better. No offense, Matthew. Plus, also Matthew's gonna have to like figure out what to do with his kids and all of that. Like, but what is the rip-off challenge? Married a dozen times. Who are you talking about? Oh, dang. I wish I knew. Pick Misha. Pick Misha is a problem out here. Or it's just like, so women that are so thirsty for male approval that they'll just be stupid, like, or even, and it's like, are you even thinking about like, they put that male approval before themselves, before any other value. It's like, it's embarrassing. Oh my. You have a new book? I don't think anything about it. I didn't know you had a book. Tell me about your book. Oh, I love possums. That's so nice. Wow. I really love them. They're so fun to watch. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, I was saved as a child, and then I got into the occult when I was in my 20s. I was dealing with, I was dealing with some serious spiritual warfare, and I was actually dealing with poltergeist activity in my home. So I, I didn't know what to do, and I'd been away from my faith for a long time. I did pray about it a couple of times, but nothing seemed to happen. So I just kind of got sucked into that. You got sucked in. Yeah, you went down a similar path. I mean, yeah, these things happen, and I honestly like I don't judge it at all. Like it's knowledge that I can use for God's kingdom. It's no, no, there's no shame. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the thing. Pick me's don't get picked. No guy respects you if you're acting like that. Like men respect it when women have standards. A woman who's just gonna accept whatever, like they'll use you. They'll use your love and like, but what are y'all talking about? I'm glad that you've been saved too. I know. A lot of them, it's like cultural for them. It's not, it's their faith is like very, like the Bible thumpers specifically are often these people, like the people that just, they're intellectual about everything. They want to like, I don't know, like it's not, it's it's intellectual to them, it's cultural to them, and it's about rules and not a relationship. It's strange. I agree. I'm very behind How to Win Friends and Influence People. I love that book. I've read it so many times. It is such a good book. Who is giddy? If Tar Baby Yoda. Tar Baby Yoda. I don't know. The guy I have a crush on right now is a musician. He's very talented though, and he's very like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't have to do anything. I can just enjoy my crush. Oh, Matthew, no. See, I didn't know. I didn't think, yeah. I'm like, what are we going to do? Like, I think Tomas and I would enjoy the experience together more. Where would Matthew and I go? No missing knots. Stop. But strumming the funny strings is not hard. They hate the Dutch too. Oh my goodness. Yeah, just use the sink. Oh my lord. What am I to do with you? Hi, Floor. You love the makeup? Thank you. I had some horrible, mean men today, like just insulting me for wearing makeup. And I'm like, it's fun. I'm a girl. I'm going to be a girl. Thank you. I'm going to be a girl till I die. All right. Girl life, girl power, girly girl all the way to the max, to the end. That means dresses, that means bows, that means sparkly things, that means earrings, that means accessories, that means cute little purses with little bows. That means, all of it. All of it. And you're going to recognize who the hell you're messing with. So I burnt sage. No, no, no. I learned rituals. Okay, yeah, we can set up a conversation. Well, what's a good way to reach you? I'd love to do a conversation. That's right. Yeah, I know. God, I know. Well, I mean, the activity I was dealing with was like, I don't want to get into it too much, but it was like, I don't want to get into it, but it was like physical and it was frightening. Yeah, that's it. The struggle love. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, honey. God. What am I going to do with Tar Baby Yoda? Blank Bird says that submitting. That's a cute little picture. Look at that. Oh, look at that little bird with a little bow in her hair. Mmm. No, Vasco, I'm not doing that. I think what we have going is pretty good. You think I should break the ice with what you share in common? He did bring up the Trinity recently, and he was talking about like how, what did he say? He said the son is what allows the father's love to come through to us or something. And he was like, he kind of started going off, and then everybody got kind of quiet. This was when he was like performing, actually, because it was at the conference. He was doing some music at the conference that we had last weekend or the weekend before, whatever. Um, and so he trailed off, and then he was like, yeah, it's really easy to get into heresy and paganism when you start talking about the Trinity. And I was like, oh man, talk to me about the Trinity. Talk to me about the Trinity. I want to talk about the Trinity, but like, I don't know. It's so hard to get time with him. Like, it's just like, we have these little moments. I don't know. Why must I have a crush? Why must I have a little crush? Tar Baby Yoda is hilarious. Sometimes he's crazy. Raw Power? What are you, Nazi? Oh my god. No, I'm a Spice Girls fan. Tar Baby. My corset removing days. My corset remove. Are you a Korean fan? It's interesting. The 4B movement's been coming up recently, and it's kind of been a time to reflect because, I had that involvement, what, 2017, 2018, when I got exposed to that for the first time. And now it's becoming like even bigger and more prevalent. And like as the years have gone on, like it seems to be having serious impacts. I don't know. Like it's definitely an interesting phenomenon. You miss my corset removing days though. Off. I love that term that they had, the Korean feminists, being off corset, and that they thought of like all these feminine beauty practices as a corset. Maybe they are. I don't know. But then I don't think corsets are bad for women either. Like bring back the corsets. They were a lot more, I mean, they helped a lot of women, especially like after women have children and stuff. Like wearing a corset can really kind of help you, keep your posture, keep yourself together. They They weren't net. They were there were ways that corsets could be bad if women like were, you know, restricting themselves too tightly, but just having a corset isn't necessarily bad. They were supportive structures. I just want the food and shopping. I've seen that they have like, you know, I want to go vintage shopping. I want to see some museums. And you know what? I just want to chill, you know, like really just chill, drink coffees, people watch. That's what I like to do whenever I go to another town, just kind of like chill. Good for you, girl. Hmm. Okay, send me your email. I'll write to you. Like, leave your email under one of my videos and I'll write to you. This, I don't know. I'm vaguely familiar with Sam Hyde. I don't know his work that much. I know. Oh my God. So interesting because, like, they both have things going for them. Like, Matthew is this masculine, you know, older gentleman. He's a bit more close to my age, but he's, you know, older than me, masculine. He's seen the world a bit. He's a bit more rugged. And then there's Tomas, you know, yeah, younger, you know. I don't know. Like, it would be an interesting thing. Like, can you guys fight to the death for me? If he asks for Jim Carrey, say yes. And I'll just throw myself into his arms. Take me now. I don't know. Like, this guy is, like I said, you know, from what I've learned about him, he seems to be like someone that I need to handle kind of carefully. I concur. That is so true. Oh my God, I keep missing things. Okay, no, I appreciate you doing it under the video because then I'll be able to see it better. I'm gonna lose it in this chat. Oh yeah, Clan of the Cave Bear. Oh my God, take me back. But I don't fight for women's. Oh dear. He fights for higher callings like God and country, not women. What the? Oh, I've caught up. I've caught up with you guys. I have caught up with the chat. I caught up. I'm caught up. Okay, y'all. Okay. This is exciting. It's been a while. I was scrolling for a while. Y'all are just, you've already spilled enough blood. I know. And you would probably hurt our fair Tomas, although apparently he is very tall. He is Dutch and tall. But you are tall too. But I bet Tomas is very slight compared to you. Mm. I don't know. It's an interesting. Yes, I have enjoyed your comments, Tar Baby Yoda. The good and the bad and the ugly. He's not just tall. He can also bench press. He got me to dox my weight today as he was talking about carrying me into a sauna. What am I to do with Tomas? I don't know. He like he clearly likes me, but he also like spurns me regularly. I don't know what to do with him. Now I'm going Bible thump on you. You talking to me, Shug? I am not a Bible thumper. How else when you behave like a devil? Oh, you're talking to Tomas. Okay. Tomas. What am I to do? What am I to do with you? Y'all are crazy. I don't know. Yeah, what am I to do with Tomas? I don't know. He's a fascinating character, but he is like, I don't know. He's all over the place. That's right. I appreciate that. Let's not fight. There's more than enough of me to go around. You'll thump the Bible? Oh my God. You thumping it? Don't thump it. Don't thump it. We're not supposed to thump it. Terri, I'm really in love with you. I know where you live and you can bring your cat. I don't care, but my dog might eat it. My cat would murder your dog. My cat is a thug. All right? He's a straight thug. He hates other animals and he attacks them. Your dog wouldn't know what hit it. Don't you come for my boy. Don't you say anything like that. That's my baby. That's my little prince. I was missing some of the chat too yesterday. Like I was listening to my video from yesterday a bit today and like watching the chat and I was like, man, I really missed a lot. Like there were a couple things that were funny that I'd missed and I was like, ugh, too bad I didn't get a chance to like actually get that. Because can y'all hear that? My neighbors have been fighting. I don't know what's going on, but I just need a moment. Yeah, it's a lesbian fight between a man and a woman, a lover's quarrel. I don't know. It sounds kind of like no, they moved out a long time ago. Thank God, I couldn't handle that. I've been living with your neighbors watching you. Jesus, you sound very feminine. Yeah, I don't know. That there was earlier I was in like the other room and they were going down the hall and I guess he'd taken her phone and she was saying she was gonna call the police or something and like she was like, give me back my phone. 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 And I was just like, oh God. See, this is why we don't live like this. Don't move in with your boyfriends, okay? Don't shack up with anyone. It's not a good idea. Don't move in to a one bedroom or studio apartment with a man. It's Not a good idea. I know. I kind of was like, just give her back her phone because, like, I remember it reminded me. I had a like an ex years ago that like took my computer from me, and that was a whole scenario. Like, yeah. Mm-mm. So I was getting kind of triggered. I was like having memories. I was like, oh God. Hopefully they're breaking up. I don't know. I'm hoping. Hmm. It's just bad. It's bad for everyone. It's like it's not a good situation. Like you don't want to be in that situation where you're like financially enmeshed with someone that you know it's just a bad situation. You get financially enmeshed with someone, you get stuck. It's like such a bad situation to be in, and you're not even like married. And why, y'all? Tar Baby Yoda, Tar Baby Yoda is picking on you too because you're who's here. Did he block you, Tomas? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you are bothering them. Maybe they're tired of it. I don't know. I can't speak for them. They've made it clear that they're like, it's okay, Tar Baby. You troll me, Tar Baby. I can take it. Ask me funny questions. Ask me silly little questions. I mean, I've never, I don't know, but I don't know. I'm not on the like receiving end of it in the same way, I guess. Or I don't know. I have been. So I don't know. Are you all like, I don't know. Matthew says he doesn't care. Do you, don't take up for them? Yeah, y'all don't need me protecting you. Like, I don't know. I'm not into a very heavily moderated chat. I don't like it. If somebody is like being completely like inappropriate, okay, but like he was just being, I felt like he was just, making up a silly little scenario where like Tomas and Matthew had to like fight for my affections, which was a hilarious thing to, ponder. But I don't know if I missed something because I did have a lot of chat to get through. Because y'all be laughing and talking and carrying on and joking and whatnot. Tar Baby Yoda says, I take it easier on JLP people. Interesting. It was gay, Terry. He wants our attention. Well, there's nothing wrong with wanting your attention, Matthew. You're fun. Your attention is worth having. Well, Vasco, I don't really want to get into this story, but that was back when I was a lesbian. So it was like my girlfriend at the time took my computer, and then she like was violent towards me and wouldn't give me back my computer, and like it was just an ugly scenario. I do not. So yeah, I'm hearing that like her phone being taken, and I'm like, oh God, what's going on between these two? Like, and I just, I'm taken back to the time when, my life was crazy and I was with a psychopath that like treated me poorly. So, but that was a long time ago and things have changed quite a bit since then. Thank God. Terry Wilding. Yeah, I was very wild. Oh, hey, have a good evening. Oh, hey, Mr. Kitty, you startled me. I didn't expect you to jump up on me like that. I didn't see you coming. You just jumped up on me like that. What's up with you? You need brush. What happened to you? You looking mangy and unkempt. What happened? Did you like that food I gave you? You got that champion and the tuna? Was that good? Was that good? Was that good? Was that good? You good? He black. You black. You are black. You're the best color a kitty can be. I believe in black cat supremacy. Mm-hmm. You my little gato. You my little gato. Hey, you my shot. Yes, my little kitty. My kitty. Oh, don't be sticking your claws in my shirt. Terry is saving up the super chat money to buy wooden clogs. I don't know. Are they comfortable? Lord have mercy. Oh my God. Wants to knock my wooden clogs. Oh, you baby. Look at you. I've never seen anyone so perfect in my whole life, even if he a little bit unkempt. Yeah, you need brushed. Look at you. No, I wish I had one of your little combs over here. I don't have one of your little combs over here, though. I should probably move one over here so that when you come up, I can give you brush. Buying clogs with my donuts. Yeah, I don't know, honey. Oh, Dexter. That's a good name. I'm not living in the box outside by the dumpster by your building or in the Starbucks down the road on the Wi-Fi. Oh my goodness. Is there Starbucks on the road? Where's the nearest Starbucks? I guess you could say it's down the road. It's like down and over a few blocks. No doxing. Although, you know what? There is this, if you there is one like down the street, like a ways, but it's on the same street. Now that I think about it, it's actually the one I used to work at. Doxed. Terry needs to get an automatic. Why do I need an automatic weapon? I don't think an automatic weapon is a good idea. The dumpster by my building. In town, we don't have many dumpsters outside the building. Our dumpsters are either inside or they're like underground. They keep them underground. Although maybe, I think maybe the convenience store has a dumpster outside, but it's like locked up. Let me check. Baby, oh, you baby. Yeah, they do have a dumpster, but it's locked up. This is a big dumpster, to be honest. Oh wait, they have another little dumpster. They got two dumpsters? Why do they have all the dumpsters? Interesting. There was somebody kind of camping out over there, actually. I think yesterday when I looked outside, or maybe it was earlier today. There's this like little spot somebody was kind of crawling up in. It's a mess. Hey, baby. The FBI are going to knock at her door now. Oh my God, stop it. Do you guys think you could whip Freddie and Jalen in it? Ow, 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 ow. What are you doing? Hey, don't you be digging your claws in me. You get off of me. No, no, no. That's not okay. You don't do that. Mm-mm. Man, Bosco is writing a whole book about me here. Freddie and Jalen. Well, Freddie comes in here sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. Who would beat y'all, like Freddie and Jalen versus Tomas and Matthew? I'm not even, like, no, I'm not deciding. Jalen never come to visit he only came to my thing that one time. That was cool, though. I didn't know who Jalen was. He is funny. I do appreciate the way he handles things sometimes. I remember like watching one of Josh's streams and he kind of came on the like little chat and they were asking about like gay adoption or something. And he was like, y'all are so envious and hateful. And then he like hung up. Bosco, stop it. Stop with all of the things. Oh, it's interesting when I'm like looking in the camera and then I see people walking outside. I might need to adjust my angle. I don't want to like dox anyone outside. Who would win in a fist fight between Matthew versus Tomas? I have no idea. I have not seen them in person. I couldn't gauge. I mean, I would, and sorry, Tomas, my money might be on Matthew just because I think he's a little bit more, I don't know. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I don't want to, it's not even about strength. I just think he's like, I feel like Tomas would be a bit scrappier, you know, he would be quick, you know, but then I feel like, you know, he would get in a lot of, I feel like he would get in more punches, but I feel like Matthew, like when he punches, he would punch like, you know, really with a lot of force. But I think that's just due to like age and experience, you know? So this is how I'm envisioning it going down. Okay. Like Tomas would be like light on his feet and get in, you know, he would kind of be winning at the beginning, but then like, I do have quite a few knives. I'm not going to show you any of my knives. I'm not one of these people that gets on camera and starts showing off their weapons. That's weird. I did not say he would punch like a girl. Ali versus Frazier. I'm envisioning the like. Have any of you seen the movie Rob Roy with like Liam Neeson and Tim Roth? See, I'm envisioning Tomas as Tim Roth and Matthew as Liam Neeson's character. That's what I'm seeing. Oh, I just got a message. Who is it? Hmm. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm envisioning. I'm envisioning them in that kind of scenario. So like there's this epic sword fight between the two, and like Tomas is Tim Roth's character and Matthew is Liam Neeson's character. And I am Jessica Lange. Has anybody seen this film? Mm. Rob Roy, starring Tim Roth, Liam Neeson, and Jessica Lange. Come on. You haven't seen it? Go watch it, because that is how I envision this battle going on. Like the forces of like the two of them. Rob Roy. Char Baby Yoda knows what I'm talking about. It was good. It had so many. I loved it. It was such a good movie. I loved so much of the dialogue in the movie. It was like really and brutal and like beautiful at the same time. And like the actors were great too. I love Tim Roth. I love Liam Neeson. Jessica Lange. I mean, she can't be beat. You know what I mean? It was good. I made you Rob effing Roy, Matthew. Okay. You in my fantasy of a fight to the death between you and Tomas, you were Rob Roy, and you're like complaining. It's okay, good. Check it out. It is a good movie. It's got really good dialogue. There's so many. I might want to rewatch it too myself. Like honestly, like maybe we'll stop the stream. I'll send you all the link in here, and then I'll stream it just privately between all of us. mm. Tomas is not chopped liver. I hella fancied Tim Roth when I was. No, Tim Roth is so fine. Don't even. Yeah, it was. It was well written. I loved it. I love the dialogue. I remember this one scene where like some of the lords are talking and like they're talking about this woman who's like has had miscarriage after miscarriage or something, and the guy is just like, in truth, I've seen graveyards that are healthier than that woman's womb. And I was like, oh dang. Okay, Tomas. he was a bad dude, but he was so sexy. Like, oh my God. And like his little outfits, his dandy little outfits, and like, I don't know. Oh my God. You don't remember the movie? It's like a classic. Tomas, you were cast as the villain, but you were a sexy villain. To be Neeson Film Fest, yes. You don't remember it. I can't believe you don't remember it. That's nice. You're gonna share his biscuits with Tomas. That's nice. You making biscuits and gravy for dinner? Dang, you are Southern. I haven't had biscuits and gravy for a while. It's so good. I'm always the bad guys in movies. Harry, you're so wrong. Okay, okay. All right. Then okay, honey. Then you'll be the one that loses. Okay? Fine. Fine. Tomas will be my Liam Neeson, my strong Liam Neeson who defeats my defeats the man who violated me and comes home to me and is my gallant husband, whereas you will be spliced in half. You watched the fight? Did you watch the fight scene? Isn't it brutal? I bet they have clips of it. Like, yeah, it's a very interesting like fight scene. And it's just interesting because they're using different swords as well. So like Tim Roth's character has this like lighter sword, and so he's able to maneuver it, and he gets all these like little cuts in. But like when Liam Neeson hits with that sword, he like, oh man, it's wild to see. It's like and the way they filmed it, like I remember watching it, I was just like, what? A rapier. Yes, it was a rapier. Oh, she's going on about Adam Driver again. An American Delicacy. The biscuits and gravy. Biscuits and gravy are good. It's hearty, you know. I always have to have it with some eggs, though. I can't have biscuits and gravy without eggs. It doesn't work without eggs. You gotta have eggs with it. Oh my god, that movie was so interesting. There were so many things in it that were interesting. Liam Neeson's character was like, he's like, I will do this. And it's like, how can you guarantee you're gonna do this? He's like, you have my word as a man. A man's word is all he has. The villain was too arrogant. Oh my. You bring the eggs, Terry, and I bring the gravy. Oh dear, that could be taken the wrong way. I used to have to make the gravy. I learned how to make the gravy when I worked in this cafe when I was a teenager. It was very illuminating because I loved it as a kid. I loved getting biscuits and gravy, like when I'd go out to eat. But man, learning how to make the gravy, that was something. That was a learning experience. It's really interesting to make. I mean, nothing. There's nothing much to it, but yeah, I remember just like learning how to do it, and I was like, okay, this is how it's done. Homemade biscuits. My mind went to my pretend boyfriend. Do I like Mel? I love Mel Gibson. I miss him. He used to be such a Hollywood darling, and they don't like him anymore since he said things about the blacks and the Jews, and it's unfortunate. You like it spicy? I mean, yeah, I like it spicy too. Put some habanero sauce on it, some eggs, some habanero sauce, maybe some bacon on the side. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. That is good, and it will stick to your ribs, and it will keep you going for a while. How do I make mine? I mean, I never had made it. Are you talking about? You're talking to Flora about her biscuits because I don't make biscuits myself. I don't. Occasionally I bake, but I'm more apt to bake like cakes or something like that. But like the gravy, I mean, you brown up the sausage and then you add like the flour, and then you basically fill it up with milk and keep stirring it continuously until it thickens up. No, it's pretty much it. You want to add like your seasonings, your pepper, maybe a dash of salt, whatever you add to it. That's pretty much it. Shout out to that refrigerator dough. The only thing I don't like about the refrigerator dough is it's so easy to overcook the biscuits and then they get like brown on the bottom and they're not as good. Like it's so easy to like overcook or undercook them. And like if they're undercooked, they're no good. And if they're overcooked, they're no good. It's like, ugh. Mm. Alas. Okay, tell me about the soup you made. Chicken today with sauce. Oh, you made some chicken today. 2 parts organic ketchup, 1 part organic honey. Oh, and chili flakes. Nice. Okay, yeah, Matthew. Okay, that's you got it. Who's terrible at cooking and burns rice? I've probably burned rice before. If I'm like honest, if I'm like thinking back, yeah, I definitely have burned rice. I used to like start cooking something and then like forget about it. So I'd like leave it on the stove and then I'd be like, oh my God, I was cooking that. Oh, bye, hun. Yeah, we do need to wind down soon. I don't know. I mean, organic products are pretty easy to come by. Yes. Back on topic. We've been talking about food. Get us back to the real stuff, the vaginal envy. Why are they so envious? Why are they envious? Why do all these men wish they were women? Or they always have opinions about how it would be a woman. They're like, women are do this, women do that. I'm like, why don't you do it then? If you're if you're so good at it. Psh. Tomas, I'm not clicking on that comment. I don't even know what to say to that comment. Like, dang, Tomas. You just put your thoughts out there sometimes. Like, not every thought needs to be communicated. The ladies need some good old fashioned tough love. What are you talking about? I'm talking about when men envy women. I'm not talking about when men like, you know, try to help women or correct women or help her to see the folly of her ways. Flora, Flora, come on, why you gotta yuck our yums? Let us have our delusions. Last movie I saw Mel Gibson in was Father Stew. Yeah, I haven't seen anything with him in a long time. I think somebody recommended his like he did a Santa Claus movie, which I want to see. Oh yeah, they've got the serious vaginal envy for real. Like they've got it on a very very obvious. Yeah, they have it in a very obvious direct way. I don't know, that's just another thing. They're so like, but I mean, I was talking about it from like normal like heterosexual men who still like get mad at women getting attention or taking up space or that kind of thing where they're like, because like I have men complaining in Hake's chat that it's too feminine now and like being mean to me and that kind of thing and it's just like, God, you really are envious, aren't you? You're like actually like jealous of a woman. And they're like, I'm not jealous, like you're this, you're that. And I'm like, no, you jealous. You want Hake all to yourself and you can't have him all to yourself. And you're mad about it. God. Who envied the badge? Who wouldn't? It's amazing. Oh no, it's okay. What? That'd be interesting. Does he envy those gals? I don't think he envied them. I think I was kind of getting that impression from the guy that was going after me today, though. I had it like that was like a similar spirit, though, like because Joelle kind of talked about that before, and I'm like, because the guy was like, first off, he insulted my voice, he insulted my appearance, and said that I wear makeup because I'm ugly and don't like the way I look. And I corrected him and said, I like the way I look. There's nothing wrong with the way I look. I look great without makeup. I don't wear it because there's something wrong with my appearance. That's a wrong assumption. And then he was like, oh, if you're so pretty, where's your husband? And then he just kept doing that. And I'm like, whoa, he's so fucking lame. Like, and then he's like, I have a wife and 3 beautiful kids. And I'm like, well, then why are you like bothering me? Like, if you're so content in your life, why are you coming after me and like harassing me and like trying to put me down? It was so like feminine and lame. I was just like, you got some vaginal envy right now, honey? Because that's what it comes across like. Yeah, it's hard, baby. I needed you. I needed you there. Well, he didn't even know how much makeup I was wearing or not wearing. Like, he didn't see me. It was just in the chat. It was like, man, you got an issue, don't you? Like, and it's just one of those situations where, like, nothing you say, the person's just going to use whatever you say against you, like, regardless. It's like, if you like wearing makeup, it's a problem. If you're fine with your appearance without makeup, you're lying. Like da da da, and you're not this or that. It's just somebody trying to like put you down because they don't like you, because they're jealous of the attention you get because you're a girl and you're like more interesting and funny than them. Men hate that. Men hate when you are funnier than them. Oh my God, they hate that. Shout out to the funny women. A lot of men are like, a lot of these guys that really hate women, they'll say that women are never funny. And it's just like, it's so like, Oh man. When you are, they hate it. It makes them so mad. It makes them so mad. They're just like, "Arr!" Like the impotent rage they have. Vasco, stop it. I know. It's very, it's also just like, I don't know. I need to block him because I don't want to give him any more of my attention. Like, honey, like, you know what I mean? Like, because it's honestly like when guys, it's this thing like guys will like do anything to get your attention sometimes, whether it's positive or negative, and I just don't like somebody like that. I just don't want to give any of my attention to at all. Dang. You were saying that. Why do you think I'm like Mini Driver in Goodwill Hunting? What are you talking about? Oh, Fred. Hey, Fred. I am funny. Thank you. Like a woman, they act like being funny is a masculine trait, and it isn't. Like, dang, you all don't have the freaking market cornered on like lulls, okay? Sorry. And you're not even that funny most of the time. You're just like not like you're unintentionally funny. You're like funny, you're funny queer, not funny haha. You know what I mean? Like you're funny and like weird. Vasco just crazy, y'all. What are you talking about? Vasco come in here and he's just being crazy. Terry called the driver character masculine. Well, she kind of was, wasn't she? She liked more masculine shoes and like she wasn't girly like me. So I'm just wondering, like, what is it about her? Like, what is it about her character that like you see her in me or you see me in her? Like, I want you to expand. I want you to explain it to me, Tomas. Terry, I have to disagree with you. I guess we women are funny, but men tend to be more hilarious. Pshaw. No, 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 no. They are unintentionally funny. They are fun. They are funny by not meaning to be funny. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like. There are many men who I find very funny and like just amazing, but like don't try to act like it's a masculine. Don't try to act like this thing is just reserved for men. Like they get very like, how do I even put it, like territorial. She just wanted her boots knocked. So that's how you see me. Norm Macdonald did say there was never any women comedians. Well, he's wrong too. What are you talking about? Never any women comedians. Okay, let's start thinking. Victoria Jackson. Hello. She's hilarious. Let's see, other like female comedians. Um, this one controversial. I don't know if I should say it. Well, Roseanne Barr is another very funny woman. Um, Let me think. Try really hard. I'm not trying. There's less female comedians, but like there are very funny women. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I agree. Wanda Sykes is kind of funny. She's funny. Maria Bamford. I'm not familiar with her. Let's see who else. Amy Schumer is fucking hilarious. That's the controversial one. People hate her, but I've watched her stand up and she is a little filthy, but very funny. You support female comedy the way you support Caitlin Clark. Is Caitlin Clark that basketball girl? I don't support female. I don't support sports. I don't like sports. I watched one of her specials where she was wearing these like leather pants and she looked like a sausage in it. And let me tell you, she had me in stitches. I was like, oh my God. I was like almost crying a few times because it was like so real. Is she a joke stealer? Dang. Dang, she's a joke stealer. And let's see, there's like other female comedians. Like, let me think of all the ones like over the years that I have been exposed to. Let's see. Can't remember that woman's last name. Now I'm feeling bad. I guess they're not as funny. It doesn't matter. I'm funny. Y'all know I'm funny. Don't pick on me. Bill Burr, yeah, Bill Burr is a very funny female comedian. I don't like Bill Burr, actually. I'll be honest. Like, maybe it's just some of the things that he said, but like, he's like a white man married to a black woman, and like, I remember getting somebody sending me like a bunch of like skits back to back where he was making like it wasn't they weren't even jokes, like they weren't even jokes, it was just him like making fun of white women and talking about like how like awful we are. It was just like really weird to me. So after that I was just kind of like it really put me off him. I was like, you know, I get you hate your mom. Okay. Yeah, comedy is a male dominated field. We're not discounting that. But to say that women are not funny is wrong. We are funny. We do be funny. I will not put up with this. I will not be treated this way. I'm not familiar with Tiffany Haddish. Why are y'all starting this again? Why? Zip it. Stop. 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 So, okay, let's think. I don't want to go on about this. I'm trying to think of a way to change the subject. I'm trying to like pivot to another thing. Is there anything left in here? A little bit. Hillary Clinton is not funny. Hillary Clinton is frightening. Jim Carrey is another funny woman. Yeah, hilarious. Hmm. Alrighty then. I can't really do an alrighty then. I'm not like that kind of humor. I'm trying to think. What was that woman's name? Oh God. I can't remember her name. Oh, okay. Here we go. I've got some coming to me now that I'm thinking. Jennifer Saunders is funny. Dawn French is funny. So both French and Saunders are funny. I like their like skits that they do together. They're hilarious. Um, Miranda Hart is not funny. Going over to the British women's. Hi, Jody Ann. Jody Ann, I haven't seen you before, have I? How are you doing? Have I seen Bridesmaids? Is that what you're asking? I have seen like clips of it. It didn't look like something I want to see. It looked funny though. It looked funny. What's this video about? I was just talking about vaginal envy. I mean, but it's kind of now we're just going off about whatever. We're talking about female comedians. Excuse me? You don't find Jennifer Saunders funny? Excuse me? How do you not find Jennifer Saunders funny? You know what? Olivia Colman is hilarious too. She's funny. God, let me think of some others now that I'm kind of like thinking about things I actually like. All the women in Peep Show were hilarious. God. Sophie Winkleman in that was hilarious. Yeah, I don't know. I don't find SNL very funny nowadays. But I did name Victoria Jackson, who's from SNL. She's funny. And she's like funny and clean at the same time. It's like, I don't know. She's just goofy, goofy kind of funny. Yeah, I love Ab Fab. Ab Fab is hilarious. I don't know how anyone could not like Ab Fab. Oh yeah, Shira Seven. Thank you. Shira Seven is hilarious. I remember like I'll just like put her on in the background sometimes and just like be cracking up. And she's hilarious, but also speaking the truth at the same time. Oh, Shira. You know what? I was going to share something from Shira 7. Let's pull it up. Fran Drescher is hilarious too. Yeah, she's funny. Yeah, there's another one. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Oh, looks like they've got the new Fallen State thing up. Okay. So she recently made her yeah, we'll put this on for a little bit. This was funny too because like I've never tried that pot. Madison. No, that is not your freaking picture. Shut up. Oh my God. No, I've never tried animal mints. You'd have to tell me something about it. Like, I don't know. I haven't been smoking purple Urkel. What did I miss? Friends is terrible. Friends is terrible. But yeah, Ab Fab is hilarious. I don't know how anyone like doesn't find Ab Fab hilarious. It's so funny. Oh my god. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna share this and put it on when I watch a little Shira. This is funny because um she somebody came in yesterday. It was like that alpha guy, and he was talking about, he was like posting like about his passport and whatnot, trying to brag about his passport. So let's see. How's that looking? Okay. Shira did this skit where she was being a passport bro. It is very funny. So let's watch a little bit of it for funs.
I'm telling y'all, y'all got to get out here. Man, y'all got to get y'all passports today. I am not even playing. Get them passports. Man, y'all need to come out here. Everybody hair is real. And all you smell is cooking. Around 5, 6 o'clock, all you smell is food cooking. A reef con pollo. And all the ladies are nice here. They don't have no attitude. I'm trying to tell y'all. They think I'm Drake. Oh my goodness. They think I'm Drake, y'all. I'll be like, say that you a lesbian girl, me too. They don't know what it means, but they know the song, they know the sound. And let me tell y'all something, passport bro. Y'all need to get y'all some of this good old cologne. It's the dupe for the millionaire. It smells just the same. And them girls love it over here. I'm telling you, they don't know the difference. They don't know the difference. They ain't asking, is that baccarat? They say, oh, you smell good. You smell good, daddy. So yeah. This hat ain't it fly? I got my do-rag on up under here because I couldn't find nobody to give me no edge up. Plus I'm bald anyway, so but they don't know that. They think I'm Drake for real. So and y'all, it's hard to find lotion out here. So when y'all get to y'all hotel or whatever, y'all make sure y'all keep that lotion on y'all because I am just be ashy all day, every day. But they don't care, they think I'm Drake. The only thing that's giving it away that I'm not Drake, I gotta lose a few more pounds. I've been eating too good. I've been eating too good. That's that good cause for the shit. Okay, I got my 2 weeks of vacay. But yeah, y'all need to come on out here. Their hair is real. You could pull on it and nothing will happen. Okay. And look, this morning, this morning, somebody brought me a bowl. I don't know what this is, but I'm finna eat it. It smells really good. Yes. So hi, I'm at the beach. I am chilling. Yeah, I got me my coconut drink, and I am just living it up. How y'all doing? So, bros, y'all come on out. Y'all get them passports. The only port you, the only port you need. Okay, the passport. Forget that child support. Come on, get this passport. Okay, forget them greedy American gold digging women over there in America. Them women in the West. They don't know how to treat a brother. They don't know how to treat a hard working 5-figure salary brother. I got my beard oil. Get some of this ash while I was at it. Yeah. So I got my beach towel. I forgot my deodorant. That's okay because everybody here musty anyway. It's all right. They don't know it's me. Everybody out here musty anyway. Man, I got Jack though. I did get Jack. Somebody stole my man purse. All I got now is this tote bag I had to buy from one of the little shops. But it's all right. I kept all my stuff on me because they told me on one of them Passport Bro videos, keep your stuff on you. Don't put it on man purse. All right. But I bought me a souvenir. It's a little guitar. And I got my cash for the day. See how much I can buy with this. Hey, how much is this? You want some money? Come on over here. Hey, how you doing? You so beautiful. You so beautiful. Turn around. Let me see. Turn around. Oh, she is beautiful. Oh, yeah, she is beautiful. Can I film you for my friends? Ah, she looking good, fellas. Oh, no, I wasn't trying to give you none of the money. I was just counting my money. But you look real pretty, though. You look. Maybe I'll take you somewhere later. You gonna be around later? I'm making a video right now. Yeah. So, yeah. So all I hear is Drake, Drake, Hotline Bling. So if you look anything like Drake, y'all come on out here. They love Drake off everywhere. They love Drake everywhere. I'm trying to tell you. You look like you a light skinned brother. I just gotta work on his belly though. I be telling them I'm Drake daddy because they know Drake ain't got that. Be like, yeah, that's my son. So, I tell them that, they can meet Drake one day if they come entertain a brother. Ah, so, you know, when I go out in the evening time,
Y'all are so funny. Like, y'all know she's like been married for 18 years and she's got kids and she's well off. Y'all don't know a thing. She does these very she did some other skits where she'll like pretend to be like really ratchet and other things like that. I think she went to like Dollar Tree and got a bunch of things. She's been married 18 years to her husband. She teaches women how to gold dig. She's amazing. I mean, honestly, her regular videos are way funnier because women will be like asking her advice in this comment section because she goes live all the time. Her husband's awesome. Like, her whole family's awesome. She's got it locked down that they only have the all way. Yeah, she's done it. She's been a pick me. Oh, yeah, she's done some funny ones. She she's got a blue screen, so she did up a little bachelor apartment where all he had was like a mattress on the floor. And she put on her bonnet and she like no makeup, and she's like, it's time to clean the Dusty's house. And she has two kids. She has two kids. Yeah, too funny. I found this one funny. I like this. The title alone cracks me up. Get your passport. They cook. And it's funny, like, too, because she's just like, hallway sex is when they both pass each other in the house and say "f you." Matthew, you sound very bitter. I don't think that that's their relationship at all. They seem to have a pretty good relationship. She did it right, okay? She figured out the magic formula. She got her the right kind of man, okay? And he very much in love with her. It's very obvious. Oh, and Mendham. I'm still subscribed to Inmendham's channel. He does he does those like weekly WTF videos. I don't watch them though, because I did watch one like last year, and I was just like, man, this is dark. I can't believe like I used to hang out with Amendum and like listen to him go on these like very dark tirades. I was in her stream the other day and she said should call a guy food, lol, because he was saying I was using him after he took me to a fancy restaurant. Really? That happened to you? What the hell? Like, what is with these men? That's like, was it that fancy? Was it even that fancy? Like, what is with them? Like, it's so lame. If a man did that with me, I'd be like, oh, I would embarrass him. I would be like, okay. I'd throw it back. I'm like, okay, you want me to pay you back, honey? $200 ain't anything. He wanted you to put out after a $200 dinner. What is with these men? You should call him food. Right, I know, Stacey. I know. I hate when men act like they're taking you out for dinner, like they're doing something for you, and like you wanted to go out for dinner anyway. Like you probably ate more food than I did. You know, how is that something you did for me? I know. I mean, there's a lot of women who will do that. They'll just like. There's something I want to respond to. In love being weak. Shira's husband is not weak. He's an alpha male. He's very well established. What is wrong with you that you think that a man being in love with a woman is a sign of weakness? Like I don't know what's going on with you guys. You need to get your mindsets right. Like that's the way it should be. The love is supposed to come from the man. Okay? Like if it in a good solid marriage, the man is going to love his wife. It's not going to be a situation where the wife is the emotional one. Like the man is going to have way more love for his wife than she does for him, and he's going to set the example and provide the kind of situation where, you know, she and her children can flourish. Anyways, I don't know. And you know, and also Matthew's comment about hallway sex, like they don't have that kind of relationship at all. Like they have a very healthy relationship from what I can see. Oh, okay. I don't like Burger King. I would not be happy. Like, can't we go to a decent fast food restaurant or like a normal restaurant? I concur, Stacy. I don't know. I get taken out. What are you talking about? We were just discussing simps. A man is supposed to love the woman. He's supposed to like her more than she likes him. Okay? That is God's perfect design. I'm sorry, you know. That it is what it is. Yeah, I know. she's set up the way that most women want to be set up. Yeah, they do, Jody, they do. A lot of them do. They do. They like to pretend they're alphas, though. They like to pretend they're alphas, but they'll denigrate a man who actually is an alpha, who, has a wife that lives in a good community in the suburbs, who provides for her and their kids and takes them on trips and, is able to provide everything that they want and need. But he's a simp and he's weak. It's like, no, he's not. He's a way stronger man than you are. But you're gonna look down on him. And he has the kind of wife that most men envy. Like, he's with the kind of woman that's his dream woman. Like, but he's weak. Okay. That's right. That's right. They do have good onion rings. Thank you for reminding me. I haven't had Burger King in like years. The last time I had Burger King, I was in England and I was like going to the airport and we just happened to stop there on the way because it was like, oh, Okay, this is what I've noticed. Relationships where the woman is the one chasing the man are always terrible. Relationships where the man is chasing the woman are always much better. That's just reality. That's just obvious. I can't argue. I mean, like, I just look into the world and what do I see? Like, I see things that suck for women and I see things that are good for women. And I have to like decide, okay, like, what's the best course of action? Like, I don't know. Like, you guys are, I love you guys, but you're not going to tell me how to be a woman. Okay. You can't. Hi, good to see you, Madam Sene. How are you? That is a lovely profile pic. Isn't she gorgeous? Like, I don't know, something otherworldly about you. Oh, Tomas, stop bragging. Oh, yeah, wasn't that amazing? It was so good to revisit that again. Like, I was, when OJ died last week, and everybody was like talking about it. I was just like getting all triggered and I was like, I got to revisit this. And I feel like it was a good thing because, I've been working for a year. I mean, it's been just, trying to overcome that like feminist victim mindset, but also like with the awareness that these things happen and like, it was a lot. I was glad to revisit it and kind of talk about it and go over it. So I'm glad that you loved it. I know James is doing good. James is a winner. And you know what? I'm a fan. I love him. I love him. I love his family. I wish nothing but the best for them. That's the way a marriage and family should be. Traditional. They're traditional completely. Like, and yeah, she has like really, I think she's worked that situation in the best way that a wife can. She's like, she's not Christian, but I would say she is a virtuous woman, and she's taught me so much too about like, she's taught me so much over the years in so many different ways. Like, I don't even know where to begin. Shira is like the antidote for all of that, like toxic nonsense. Well, I went to a feminist conference. I went to a radical feminist conference. I think it was RadFem 2013. So I went to see that, went to participate in that. And a good time. I had a good time and I had a bad time. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. And then when I wasn't at the conference, I was hanging out with my friend Martin. So we had a good time too. Like we went and did a bunch of touristy things and had a lot of fun. So that's what I was doing there. I concur. Someone at Bond isn't single. Okay. And and I remember when she revealed that everybody was like hating on her too. It was just like, oh yeah, yeah, I did. I did. I lost quite a few friends. I didn't lose any real friends. In some ways, it strengthened some of my friendships with women even more. Like, um, because it was authentic. You know, I was being authentic and real, and like the people who really cared about me drew closer to me. You know what I mean? The people who like really cared about me and not what I was doing for them or what they could get out of me, like they came a lot closer and kind of rallied around me actually. So I think it strengthened my friendships in a lot of ways. But I did lose a lot of connections, and you know, I did experience a lot of like backlash and hate and bickering and gossip and evil from like women when I stopped being a feminist. So you know, it was a mixed bag. But I'm glad, and I still get women writing to me sometimes. I had to block a woman on Instagram a couple of weeks ago because she was just like getting too weirdly personal, like asking me these weird personal questions. And then she also I just finally like blocked her because she was like, I just said to her like feminism ruined my life. And she's like, how did the idea that women are human beings ruin your life? And I was like, okay, I'm done. Like, if you think that that's what feminism is, we're done. And I hate that nonsense. Feminism is the belief that women are human beings. Like, shut up. You are so lame. You don't think that. You're a crazy ass. You know that's not what you're thinking. Like, why are you even saying that nonsense to me as if that's your politics when you're an extremist? Come on. You're not like some like I hate when they say nonsense like that. It's so I was just so done. I was like, I'm not going to even like talk to you anymore because that is just the most inane bullshit. And like, pardon my language, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not. And she wasn't just a like feminist, you know, in a vague kind of like cultural way. She's like an extreme radical feminist. Okay, so the feminism she's into is not the belief that women are human beings. Okay, it's like the belief that we live under a patriarchy and men are oppressing women, you know, and that women are like this subordinate class that men are like oppressing and exploiting. Okay, that's her belief system, not women are human beings. Like, oh, thank you, Kate. I am quite fond of you as well. You are one of my favorites too. The lesbians were being gay. I mean, if you mean like gay as in a term for something bad, yes, it is pretentious. That's so pretentious. the belief that women are human beings. Like, you shut up. You know that's not what you believe. You know you're crazy. Come on. And you know that wasn't what I believed either. You know I was crazy into it. I wasn't just like, women are human beings. Yeah, obviously we're human beings. You know, when you say things like that too, you just like make people like not like, why don't you explain your ideas? It's so lazy too. It's like, feminism is the belief that women are people. It's like, that is so meaningless, and it doesn't actually explain your worldview in the slightest. Why are you saying that? Rage Against the Man Sheen. I've met her. I've met her. She's a. I actually know quite a bit about her personal life, so I'm going to leave that to the side. A lot of these feminists have like messy lives, especially, yeah, I don't know, like, no judgment. I did too, so. It was exactly the same way. It made me feel like a victim. It gave me a victim complex. It made me like think that the world was out to get me. It made me paranoid. It put me into contact with other people that were like really negative and like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't just, you know, because when you're a radical feminist and then you're associating with other radical feminists, not only are you in that crazy mindset, but all of your associates in your community becomes a bunch of like really crazy, negative, destructive people. So like it compounds. Hey baby, what you talking about? What you talking about? What you want, baby? What you need? You want mama? You come back to mama over here. Come on. Don't you play with me. There you are, my little one. Hey, Bubba G, what you doing? Come on, get up here. You know you want it. You know you want it. Come on. Come on in. Yeah, you my kitty. That my kitty. Okay. Okay. I'm a human being is redundant. It is redundant. Oh man, what is she like? She's, you know, in person she's very lovely. She's into like vintage clothing. She was really into like, she dressed really cute. She had all these like vintage dresses and that kind of thing. And she was funny, but like her, I just was saying like her, she's, you know, she's a married woman, you know, to I don't know. I don't want to like get too much into personal like business. I don't feel right. She's just, you know, these feminist women that are like all in their masculine energy. Just they usually end up married to guys who are like in their feminine energy, and you know, it's just a nightmare. You know, it's like, yeah, I do wish her the best. She was funny. I do wish her the best. You know what? She's not doing too bad. She's not doing too bad, you know. Do I think women should be voters? Yes. Yes, I do. And I will be like thinking of all of you every time I cast my vote. But mainly I will be thinking of James Hake. I will be thinking of him. I'll be like putting my hand on my ballot and I'm just going to be like, this vote is for you. Yes. I can't wait. I can't wait to vote this year too. I'm going to like relish it. I'm going to be like, yes, I'm voting. I might even do a video. I'm going to be like, yeah, that's right. You don't want me to vote, but you can't stop me. I mean, if I don't think you mean gay, but yeah, shame on me. What? What's there to be ashamed about? I have the right to vote. The 19th Amendment exists. And I'm going to, as I pay taxes in this government, I don't believe in taxation without representation. I will make my vote heard. I will participate in that system. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not the one. Go get one of the other women who are gonna be like, I don't vote, I let my husband vote because I don't want to, I just don't know. Like, come on, shut up. What a bunch of weak ass bitches. I can't even with that. Like, come on. What are we gonna do? Take my freaking vote away? Shut up. Shame on me. Shame on you that you think that you can stop me. What you gonna do about it? Tar Baby Yoda. Oh, I missed a comment from Jody I wanted to respond to. Okay. Yeah, I know. I felt like that too. Like I just got all haggard and like I wasn't taking care of myself properly. It's not like I wasn't like, but I could have been having so much more fun. And I just think of all the years I wasted, like, making myself like look a certain way when I could have been making myself look a different kind of way. It's like, and yeah, too, like I have no doubt, like it just totally like messed with my head and made me sick. It just wasn't good. I'm so edgy. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. I'm gonna do that. When I get my ballot, I'm gonna be like, hey boys, hey guys, it's me, Terri. I'm voting. I'll probably write in president. I'll probably write in like the coexist. I saw somebody do that a couple, like I think it was 2016 or maybe it was 2020. And it was the 2020 election where they wrote in the like coexist for president. I was like, dude, that is hilarious. I'm gonna do that some year. Maybe this year. What time was I born? I'm not giving you my time when I was born. I ain't having you pull up my birth chart. I know about witchcraft. You ain't getting me. Women are terrible voters and terrible comedians. But I am hilarious and, a good citizen. Oh my god! Yeah, that new Romeo and Juliet. Like, why are they doing this? Like, why does everything have to be diverse? It's so strange. Like, or why not do an all black cast or something? Like, I don't know. Like, it's so weird. Like, anyway, I'm the best voter. No one votes as good as me. I always have the best votes. Get the tires, Matthew. She asked you to stop her. You put your dog in the profile picture? Oh, look at a doggy. You're going to be your HOA president one day. Oh my goodness. Not the HOA. Vasco? Was that directed towards me? Do you need to go lay down, Bosco? Jesus. Like you need temper yourself, okay? You're crazy. That's it. I'm voting for burkas. Oh, you want to know if I'm a Scorpio? No. My rising is in Sagittarius, like Shira 7, which is probably why I'm so funny because I got the Sag rising. if you believe in that stuff. Yeah. Sagittarius rising. I'd probably cause class to vote for Trump. Dang, Stacey. Is it $75? I thought it was $60. I wanted a Trump Bible. I don't know. He is handsome though. Although he does remind me a bit of Quagmire from like Family Guy. Bosco, you still being a little crazy. Why are you talking about strangulation? What? We don't have any handsome options. We don't have any handsome options. Why don't we ever have any handsome options in America? Like, I just want a handsome president for once. I just want a president that's like good looking. All right, Bosco, have a good walk with your dog. I'm not disturbed or anything by your comments. What are you complaining about? Why are you whining? What you have, what you don't have that you need. Why is he picking on me? Why is he picking on me? It's not fair. Don't bring up Ben Shapiro. Do not bring up Ben Shapiro. I will not. I'm a thirsty girl. Why do you have to bring up Ben Shapiro? Like, he's getting deported if I have my way. Well, you ain't one of us, Tomas, and you're not doing anything with Ben Shapiro. Do you hear me? You loathe him? Oh my God, I think he is so sexy. I can't even with him. Like, he is like, I don't know, like, he does something to me. I don't know. Ben Shapiro is like, just, I don't know. There's something about him. He can talk fast. I know, I love how fast he talks. It's like, like, he's just so like, kind of like irritating and nerdy, but cute. You know what I mean? Like, and he's like, he's very genuine too. Like, I don't know. There's so, and like he's very good looking. Like, there's something, I don't know. Like, he does it for me. I don't know. Floor knows. That's right, girl. He is fine. Oh my God. Like, oh my God. Like, what is going on with Ben Shapiro? Like, he is so cute. Like, he is so cute. I don't know. Like, I don't like, he's alpha. Like, it's not just like how he looks or his mannerisms. It's who he is. You know what I mean? You know, it's not just his appearance or his voice. He's so cute. Yes. Oh, I know when he's like genuinely smiling or like when he's like laughing, like, I don't know. It's just like, oh my God. Like, why can't I find my Ben Shapiro out here? Like, where is he? Where's my Ben? Like, oh my God. I'm not gonna, none of y'all need to stop hating on Ben Shapiro because you know that he's the man. He's cute. He's a good husband. He's a good father. He's a businessman. He has a very successful media empire. You know, he's into generational like wealth. He's very I admire his like values. I don't know. Why are you you're calling him a grifter? How is he a grifter? In what sense is he a grifter? Where I've never heard that before. What's his grift? What is he grifting? He's a neocon. I mean, I don't know. Like I don't care about his like whatever. He is cute. He's a simp for Israel. Like why? What's wrong with that? Why wouldn't he be? Well, I don't think I'm not surprised he is. Like honestly, like why wouldn't he be? I think that it makes perfect sense why he feels the way he does about Israel. Doesn't like it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't. I totally understand it. And you know what? Like I'm not anti-Israel either. Like I'm on their side in this conflict. You know, I want them to be like successful here. Like I don't want. I don't know. I was worried about him though, because yeah, he was a bit crazy. He got very upset, but you know, this thing, he was upset. Ben was upset, you know, and people were like making fun of him and that, and like, what he clearly hadn't slept in weeks, you know, he wasn't the same after freaking October 7th, you know. Poor Ben. I wish I could give him a hug and a kiss and a cuddle and a sandwich and a shoulder rub. He is American. What does that have to do with anything? He's supposed to be American, not an Israeli. What does that have to do? How is he not an American? Why can't an American like passionately defend Israel and like, you know, in this circumstance? A lot of people hate Israel. A lot of people don't support Israel. A lot of people dehumanize Israelis. A lot of people don't understand like the fact that, you know, a lot of people don't understand the fact that um, you know, there's a lot of cultural context in there. Like I don't know. I don't know. It is not it is not beta to be passionate. Like whatever. 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 I want a man that has passions. You know, I want him to, you know, I want him to be the lead in things, you know. I want him to like care about what he cares about. And I want him to like, you know, be the type to stand up for those things, you know, what he believes is right. I want a Rob Roy, you know. I want a Rob Roy. I'm looking for my Rob Roy, my Ben Shapiro Rob Roy. Well, Ben is married, so like my crush on Ben like is very, you know. That is nasty, Tar Baby Yoda. I would not do that. That is nasty. I'm not losing my religion. How am I losing my religion? I don't remember Ian Crossland. I don't know, like the boy name. I know maybe I could convert him, you know. Maybe I could bring him to the, you know, the truth, the way and the light. Maybe me. How am I going to get in there? Like how am I going to meet Ben? Like how How are we going to finagle this situation where Ben and I can come together and, you know, radically change one another's lives? Ben Shapiro always sounds like he sucked you in before he started talking. Oh my goodness. That is somewhat true, but also not kind. He does not look like he's 2 foot tall. He looks very strong and masculine, especially now that his beard has come in. Have you noticed his beard has come in? He's been leaving it like, you know, kind of rough so that we can all see it. I'm going to be a righteous Jew if I caught his eye. I don't know that I would feel comfortable converting for marriage. I don't know. I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know that I'd be comfortable with that. Like, I'd rather have an interfaith marriage than like, you know, leave my Lord and my God. I don't, and my faith. I don't think that would be right. You're going to Miami? Have fun. Dang. I do not give men money. Thank you. Unless it's a super chat. So I do give men money. It's not the same. Have you been to Miami recently? You know very well that I don't care about a man's height. How tall is Ben Shapiro? I'm going to look it up. Let's look it up. How tall is Ben Shapiro? I'm going to Google it. How tall is Ben? .5'7". 5'7". I can rock with 5'7". He weighs 160 pounds. Oh my. He looks like he's might weigh more than that. He's married to Moore Shapiro. The bitch. He's from LA. Okay. Oh, he's so cute. It's not fair. Why is he so cute? Oh my goodness. I guess this is kind of an older article. So yeah, he looks like he's kind of filled out a bit. He's like a lot buffer than he used to be. So I bet he weighs more than 160 now. Rabbi Shumley. Shut up. That is not okay. You're bearded now too. Hell yeah. Get your beard. Grow your beard. Give him my salt. No. What are you talking about? Stacy says he's 5'8", which is also a good size for a man. 5'4". I could also rock with a 5'4" man. I'm not that concerned. You'd be the same height. Well, I mean, like, it's not. He's a soy boy playing conservative. He is very masculine. I don't know what you're talking about. He was, though, he did have a very, like, kind of twink look, I would say, for a long time. He had that very, like, youthful kind of thing. Just because his beard wasn't growing in. But now his beard has grown in. He's, like, very about it. Tomas, what are you going to do? You're going to pull your sword out? I could make some funny jokes, but they probably wouldn't be appropriate. I'm not getting on any of the rides, so we'll be fine. I don't like rides. Who likes to go to rides? I hate that kind of thing. He does destroy them with facts and logic. He is so funny. Like, oh my God. destroys with facts and logic. Don't get it twisted. I don't ride rides. I hate rides. I don't want to go on any rides. In reference to Candace Owens versus Ben Shapiro, the cage match. Oh my God. Again, destroyed with facts and logic. Another liberal owned with facts and logic. That is hilarious. He is funny. He is so funny. Like, oh my God. That is funny. Ugh. No one goes home in an ambulance. I love that. Like that's where his mind goes. He's not like you're threatening me. Like he's like, well, you're not logically consistent. Anyone that takes Andrew Tate seriously. I never watched her interview with Andrew Tate. I don't know. Candace, I like Candace Owens and then I don't. Like I have mixed feelings about her. You know? It was funny. Remember how everybody lost their minds when he was like, I asked my wife and she said if your P word is this wet that you need to go to a doctor because it could be a number of health issues and everybody was like, he can't make a woman wet. And it was just like, y'all really actually, yeah, I had somebody say that to me like about him, like when we were discussing him privately. I'm like, I read the lyrics, you know, I've listened to the song, I've read the lyrics. I'm like, what do they say? I'm like, you need a bucket and a mop. I'm like, yeah, like logically, if that is happening, you are having an issue and you would need to see a doctor, you know, like I don't know. Like, I didn't even like, I haven't caught up on any of that stuff. I've just been kind of like in a tunnel, I guess, not been able to kind of sit down and catch up with that. Her like interview with Rabbi Shumley and like the other things. What are you talking about, Tar Baby? What am I supposed to explain? I mean, he was like, he made that tweet about it. Like, if your P word is this wet, you need to go see a doctor. Because I asked my wife, who's a doctor, and she said, I love how he is all proud of his wife, and he's all like, she's a doctor. Like, his wife is educated. He's not like, you know, intimidated by that. He's proud of her. He's like, yeah, that's my wife. She's a doctor. She's smart. Okay, Flora. I don't know. I'd have to watch it. I really do need to catch up and watch it because it was kind of a big deal. Matthew, what are you talking about? You've been listening to me for the past like 20 minutes go on about what a like attractive man he is. So I don't know why you're even saying that. If he can do that to me, if you know, if he can garner my attention, you know, I'm sure. No, he is sexy. I don't care what you say. I don't care. You can hate on him all you want. You're not a woman. You don't know. Yeah, I think she does too. Oh my God, I forgot about that. Yeah, that was when I kind of was like, what is going on with her? Because, yeah, no, not Big Mike. Not the transvestigation. Okay, I don't believe Michelle Obama is a man, and I don't believe Brigitte Macron is a man either. There can be only one Ann Coulter. I don't think I wouldn't even compare the two. Like Ann Coulter, yeah, and Ann could destroy a lot of people. I think the thing about Candace, a lot of what she does is just like, because I was thinking about this, like I do think she's right often in her assessments or like the conclusion she comes to, but a lot of her like stuff that she produces is just like a lot of it. Some of it's like really good, and then the other things are like really bad and kind of trashy. Like she does a lot of celebrity gossip stuff, and it's just kind of like pointless. Political women's aren't my cup of tea. Women's. Oh, okay. I don't. I mean, I do take berberine. Let me think. What is the name? Yeah, I take a berberine supplement in the morning. Um, so, uh, but I've had a significant weight loss already when I started taking it. So that's just something I find does help me kind of fast longer. So in the morning when I make my coffee, I'm having my coffee, I'll have like a couple of berberine tablets, and then I'm usually able to like push my fast longer. If I don't have it, I find that I'm a lot more hungry sooner. So it's like a combination of things. So the thing I've been doing is intermittent fasting. Um, and that's really the main thing that has kept the weight loss consistent. But yeah, if you want to kind of like prolong the fast or that kind of thing, I would suggest that I've had success with a berberine supplement. So yeah, Jody, that's what I do. That is what I do. 16-hour fast, 8 hours of time that I can eat. So it's been awesome. And it's so easy. Like it really is so easy. So it's really been amazing. I even had like somebody comment recently who I hadn't like seen in a while. She's like, "Have you been losing weight?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've been working on it consistently for a long time." And she's like, "Okay, yeah, what are you doing?" And so I explained the intermittent fasting. Um, I I'm really glad that I found this issue, or I found this like way of dealing with the issue, and I really would recommend it to anyone because like once you kind of figure out how to eat less, it just becomes automatic and you don't really have to think about it anymore. I'm all right, Bosco. We've been talking about my crush Ben Shapiro for a while. It's mainly talking about that, and then we just kind of got into my thing. But yeah, supplements that I take for weight loss is the berberine, and then I also would suggest MSM. Have I ever had really good sushi? Yes. Yes, I have. It was really good. It was so good. I haven't had sushi in a while. Might be good to get some sometime. I like want to go to a place and get some though. I don't want to like, I don't know. Yeah, it has been a while. It's starting to get warmer. Sushi might be in order. Get some light sushi. There's, I don't know. There's different places to go, I suppose. I just haven't really been out for it in a while. But I would like to. Sounds good, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. It's just so satisfying and like filling and like also usually pretty healthy. So it'd be nice to have some. My favorite sushi roll. What is my favorite sushi roll? Hmm, I'm trying to think. Like, I don't know. I kind of like the Americanized ones where they have like avocado and cream cheese in them. Um, but I think if I were to say like my favorite traditional one would be like inari, where it's just like the tofu skin over the sweet rice. I love that. Like I always want to have a bit of that, and then I did have a night. There was a nice. I did have a nice experience. A place that had a conveyor. Maybe I could go out to east and get sometime because there are a couple of cool places over there. And they have places, down in this area, but it's like, I don't know, they're kind of, yeah, I do like raw tuna. I like the ones with raw tuna. Soy terry tofu is no bueno. A little bit is okay. I'm a girl. It's not like I'm going to get, a little bit is going to be fine. There's, speaking of Japanese food, there's like an amazing ramen place that I found. Oh my God, it is so good. It's like just right. They have this miso ramen that like hits the spot so intensely. Oh, I don't drink beer, so I'm okay there. Yeah, I like pho. I like pho a lot. Pho is like one of my favorite things because it's just so good. Oh, you were countering Matthew. Yeah, I know a lot of foods are estrogenic. Like, oh yeah, it is so good. There is yeah, it was it's just so good. Like, I don't know, it's perfect. Like everything about it. Usually when I go out for ramen, I've been disappointed, but their ramen is like it always hits. It's like perfect, and like the egg they put in it is perfectly cooked, and like the everything. I don't know. I dream of that ramen. I want to get it again too. Um, yeah, there's a place that does it really well. Like pad thai is one of those things that I don't get very often, but there is a place near me that does really good pad thai, and it's like worth having. Yeah, yeah, it's the jammy eggs. Yeah, the eggs are perfect. I love beef lo mein too. Good Chinese food is hard to find, but there is a place that I order from sometimes. They're kind of out of the way, But when I want Chinese food, like I'll order like some of their beef lo mein, and then they have like the fried rice with Chinese sausage. That's super good. And then I'll usually get like some, so I'll get those two, and it's like so much food as well. So I have like, when I do order from them, which is like maybe once every couple of months, I've got like food for days because it's just so much and it's so good. And then, yeah, I usually get like the chili wontons from them as well. No, I haven't had sukiyaki. I don't think. It's not ringing any bells. Beef fried rice. And I'm kind of like, yeah, it would be nice to maybe get some pad thai. I might go to the place that's really good sometime soon and get some, maybe like after work one of these days. If it's nice out, kind of mosey on over there and get me some pad thai. Oh, yeah, he was in Girls. I forgot that he was in Girls. I hated him in Girls. Like, he was so horrible. The first scene with him in it, like, I was just so disgusted. I was like, because it was like so pornographic. I was just like, really, mm-mm. It upset me. I haven't had the pancakes. I have not had the fluffy Japanese pancakes. Yeah, those are good. I love steam rolls too. No, it's nothing compared to what you have in Britain, but we do. There's some good places. There's a place near me that I get food from a lot. I like their lamb curry, um, and like I really love like matar paneer is another dish I really love. So, um, but I went and had like curry on Curry Lane when I was in London, and that was an experience. Yeah, I love tuna. I love tuna steaks as well. Favorite cuisine? That would probably be like Italian or yeah, probably either Italian or Vietnamese. Yeah. Hard to say, yeah. I would say yeah, either Italian or Vietnamese. Oh, that's nice. Fresh fish is good. Um, I don't know. Like, if I'm gonna have liver, I'd rather have it made into a pate or something. You know, like if it's yeah, I'd rather have like if it's liver, I'd rather have it like all blended up into a like pate. Then it's more edible. Like chicken liver is good that way. I've liked to make chickens. Like I used to, or I have made like chicken liver sandwiches that are made that way. But I just liver like as it is, it's not very appetizing. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, don't be a stupid vegan. Don't do that. Indian and French, good choices. No, I don't like water bugs either. I should say I don't. I mean, I do like shrimp, but like I don't. I'm not that into it. The last time I had shrimp, I was very disappointed. I was very disappointed, and I think it's just kind of like overrated. It's not. It's not that good. But anyway, y'all, it's been fun. But now we're talking about food. So I think the conversation has had a life tonight. Very interesting. You know, we went all over the place. But it's time to wind down, and it's time for me to go wind down myself and get to bed. But thank you all for being here and participating in the chat and, you know, razzing me about Ben Shapiro and all the funny things. Yeah, you missed the vagina envy. What do you mean throw my vote away? You were telling me not to vote earlier. Now you're telling me to not throw my vote away. Are you talking about voting for the coexist symbol? Because that's pretty hilarious, especially if I put it on camera. I'm just saying. If I did a video with that, you know that would be friggin' worth it. All right, y'all are putting your affiliations. That's nice. Everybody's like Trump. Oh my goodness, y'all. I do not endorse candidates on this channel. I'm not gonna do it. It won't be me. But I'm happy to see your enthusiasm, and you know, you are free to share all the reasons why you think he's going to be the best president in the chat. Not tonight, because we're wrapping up. I'm going to go to bed. I'm not being safe. I just don't believe in doing that. Like, what am I? You know, why should I endorse any candidate? I'm a YouTuber, for God's sakes. It's embarrassing when YouTubers do it. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't want to get also put into any camp. I'm like an individual. Like, Portland got them crazies. Has nothing to do with where I live. Do you think I don't have a fun time triggering the libs? I love triggering the libs. I live for it. It's so fun. Because they'll be like all assuming based on whatever they're projecting onto me. And then I get to be like, I get to destroy. I told you all about like a few weeks ago where I was hanging out with some gals and the pro-Palestine people went by and she was like, we should join them. And I was like, I'm pro-Israel. You should have seen how she responded. It was like visceral. It was amazing. I was like, even if I wasn't, it would have been worth it. Man, that was good. She was like so upset. Like, not that I want to upset her. She's a lovely gal, but like, man, she got upset. Bosco, that's nasty. You being nasty. Don't be nasty. All right. Can somebody else comment? I don't want that to be the last thing. I know other people are watching. Oh, pink isn't the color you got to worry about. It's the green and the blue that you got to worry about. Okay, good night. I'll see you another time.